This is an extract of our brand new business podcast, An Invitation to Meet. Click the link below to stream the whole thing.
First of all, Caspar, I think the question has to be, you've got this company, Influencer. It's working with major brands. It's working with major social media influencers. Why did you decide to do that and not continue with YouTube?
So, yeah, it wasn't a decision in the beginning to kind of quit YouTube and do this full time. But essentially, I realized after a few years of doing YouTube, maybe 4 or 5 years ago from now, and I'd already been doing YouTube for about 5 years at this point, that 90% of my revenue was coming through brand collaborations. And these brand collaborations were really useful for myself because I was able to fund my content. My audience also liked them when I was working with brands that I love to work with. But I didn't find that there was enough choice out there, and I also didn't feel like the brand collaboration space within influencer marketing was that transparent. It was kind of like a cowboy world. I just felt that if we had a platform that could connect the two, the creators and the brands, we could help them do campaigns more efficiently. And also always wanted to be an entrepreneur myself. I think creators in general are fairly entrepreneurial because, usually they're, a one-person band doing the editing, doing the uploading, trying to source brand deals until they get a manager or something like that. So always been quite entrepreneurial and felt that if I could help do this for loads of other creators, I could provide some value and build a company.
But was that not quite scary for you, Caspar? Because you've built up effectively a brand in yourself, Caspar Lee, and then you've walked away from it.
So yeah, at the time, I was still creating the content. But as Influencer evolved, I kind of figured out that I was both enjoying doing Influencer more, and I felt that I was also creating more value for other creators. And I can still upload to the internet whenever I want, but I think YouTube itself is a full-time job. I think the other platforms are slightly less strenuous when it comes to time commitment. Not for everyone, of course, but I definitely needed to spend a lot of time because I didn't have a natural talent. So I would have to work extremely hard to keep up with everyone and to create the content that my audience deserves. So it got to a point where influencer as an opportunity, as an entrepreneur, became slightly more important in my life at that stage, and I didn't feel like it was good to be doing YouTube half-heartedly, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's just talk about Influencer.
Yeah.
Hey, we're Influencer, the company making waves in the world of digital media.
What is it? And it already existed, didn't it? You joined the company.
Yeah, so I am a co-founder. However, there was an original founder who had an incredible idea. His name is Ben Jefferies. He's slightly younger than me. At the time, he was, I think, 21 years old, just on the verge of dropping out of university. And he had this platform. It wasn't, I wouldn't say the most sophisticated technology in the world, but I was impressed with the fact that he had influencer.com as a domain. He had already started working with some brands. He had some creators signed up, and I felt like I could connect him to more creators and therefore bring on more brands and then scale our technology. That kind of was the start of a great friendship and partnership. And I just remember being told by someone in the industry, you might be cannibalizing yourself, because if you're launching a platform that helps smaller creators and creators in general connect to brands in this way, it might mean that those brands won't want to work with you as much because there's going to be way more creators for them to work with. And I said to the person, if I can do this, then look, yes, I'll feel good because I'm helping other creators. But at the same time, if I got to a scale where it was actually cannibalizing my own revenue streams, it means it will be doing well enough for it to be a new revenue stream too.